Book discussion, Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. It's a story about a dream. This is a really nice piece of literature. I don't know whether I should call it a novel or almost like it has some Bible type significance. It's a story about a dream narrated, narrated as a dream. It's surreal and it's real at the same time. It's very real. It's like you're peeling off all the conscious scaffolding that we humans have built over millennia, and you're trying to reduce humanity to its core essence. That's why it has something like Bible-esque in terms of simplicity and significance. It's a short story. It's not a very long. It's certainly not like the Bible. It's not a very long narrative, but it's very deep, and it's very simple and very complex at the same time. So, what is the story? The story is about a boy in Andalusia, a shepherd who has a dream to go find a treasure in Egypt, and it's about his trip and the people he meets and the lessons he learns. And while it often sounds almost trivial, it has a certain quality that is not, you can't deny it. It has a certain quality, as trivial as it is. The boy's looking for a treasure. The boy is, falls in love. The boy learns the value of believing in yourself. The boy learns the value of work. The boy learns the value of being appreciated. The boy learns the value of being tested. I would say, for me, now, what I can take from this story personally is the pursuit of your own essence. Maybe you can call this a dream. I want to call it the essence. I want to call it the essence of a being, the actual, this is what you are. And there's a beautiful line in the book which says that in order to survive in a desert, you have to learn the language of the desert. And this is something I deeply believe in. Somebody once said, language has been around way before speech. There is a lot more to language. There's a lot more to communication than speech. Speech is between humans. Language is within nature. Whether we communicate with other humans, with animals, with plants, even mountains. Today, I hiked in one of the most spectacular areas of the Swiss Alps, the Eiger-Mönchen Jungfrau region, and I felt you feel the energy of those mountains. You cannot deny it. It's there. I don't know if you want to call it language or whether I communicate with them, but I certainly still feel that deep connection with those mountains. Why is it that every time I go to the mountains, I feel energized? There is something there. There's a certain language. So if you want to survive the desert, you have to speak the language of the desert. You have to learn the language of the desert. Eventually, everything is the same. Everything comes down to one. This is the belief in a monotheistic worldview, in a one God world. Clearly, this story is about a one God world where you have lots and lots of complexity, lots of omens, lots of signs, lots of things happening. But once you start peeling off the complexities of all these things, and once you start digging deeper and deeper, you get to the essence of things, and the essence of things is love. Love, as we call it, love is the thing that is undeniable. It's like pain. You can't, that's, love is real. And love and pain are very closely related. You know, if you will, love is the inverse of pain. It's a beautiful, undeniable feeling, the same way that pain is a horrible, undeniable feeling. And it's the essence of, it's the essence of our being. It's the essence of who we are. So this is the way I interpret the book. This is how the book speaks to me. I think it's speak the language of the desert. You know, if you want to survive the financial markets, speak the language of the markets. Don't impose your will on nature. Don't impose your will on the markets. Don't impose your will on other human beings. Relate to them, communicate with them, and at the same time, relentlessly pursue your own dream. Relentlessly pursue your own ideas. Don't cheat. Don't cut corners. Go deep. You'll be tested. But if you believe in your dream, if you believe in your mission, then no test is hard enough. You will always prevail. Your belief is what the test is. You can only have belief if you are tested. If you don't even get to the point of being tested, then that's not a belief, then that's not a dream. Then that's just some sort of, it's another, like I think we humans, we have this, we almost have this, scaffolding that we build around the essence, around reality, that we hold on to because maybe we're afraid of it. I don't know about the actual reason why we do this, but we have it. And what this book is revealing is the necessity and the beauty of getting rid of that scaffolding and just focusing on the essence of what actually is. And whether that's your own dream, your own mission, whether that's the nature around you, it's eventually all converging to the one, the same. And love is the feeling that we're most enamored by, that we consider the most highest pursuit. It's the highest pursuit. And there's another line in the book which says that there is nothing worse than to break the trust in love. There's so many interesting lines in the book. There's a scene where the boy gets to a shopkeeper. The shopkeeper is frustrated with his business, with his life, and the boy starts improving the business. And then the shopkeeper says, "You've given me even more pain now, because as long as I was just lingering in my miserable situation, I was fine. Now I see the potential that I'm giving up, and that's even worse." So there's all these truisms, these beautiful pictures of life, of situations in life that I think are of essence. They are of essence. You know, if you, a lot of people, they deny their potential because it's much harder for them to face the fact that they're giving up on their potential. Also, everybody has a potential. Everybody has their true life story, or their destiny or dream, or whatever you want to call it. But what's fundamental here, and this really ties back to our business. You know, the purpose of this podcast series is to give people a sense for what it feels like to run a hedge fund. And this book is actually incredibly essential for exactly this endeavor. Because if you want to prevail in a job like this, like the hedge fund business, you better learn the language of the markets. You better don't impose your scaffolding, your frontal cortex driven pseudo logic intellectual overlay onto nature. You have to get to the essence, and this is a very, very difficult endeavor, because you have to, you're in the knowledge business. You have to use all your intelligence, all your knowledge, and continuously, work on gaining even more knowledge, but at the same time, letting go of that scaffolding and just really keeping what's of the essence. And it's almost like you have to use your brain, but then all the useful learnings and information and all the useful stuff that comes through your soul, it comes through your heart. Something like that. It's very similar to this book. I think it's a nice ending also. It's a really beautiful ending. It's an ending that is unexpected. Actually, really dramatic, and I think it's to some extent also artistically very well done. So this is a book about the real meaning of life. And what is the real meaning of life? It's you have to have a mission. You have to have a dream. You have to believe in something. And then you have to pursue that something in relation to your environment, to nature. And you cannot impose your will on nature. You have to learn the language of nature. You have to learn the language of your environment. Don't impose. Coexist. But you have to be an entity. And what it means to be alive is to have this dream. Otherwise, you just linger. You're just like the shopkeeper who lingers, who gives up on the potential. We all have the potential. Life is potential. Life is an encoded algorithm for potential. And we humans have found a way to enrich ourselves with that and manifest it better than anybody else. But we've also, and this is the paradox, we've found ways to suppress that. And this book is about not suppressing it, about living it. Thank you.